Isn't it fascinating how a single thought can shape a life? A belief, repeated enough times, felt deeply enough, can become a reality, even when it was never really true. Because long ago, before you knew what you know now, you learned things, you watched, you listened. You absorbed the way the world seemed to work. You saw struggle, you saw effort. You saw people pour their energy, their time, their very life force into work that drained them. And somewhere deep inside, a thought took root. This is how it is. And yet, what if that was never the full picture? What if wealth, abundance, freedom were not things to be earned through suffering, but states of being, ways of thinking, ways of seeing? Because think about this. Right now, at this very moment, someone just like you, is stepping into wealth, into joy, into effortless creation. Someone is realizing, wait, it was never about how hard I worked. It was always about how I aligned. And isn't it interesting? The moment you consider this possibility, something inside you begins to shift. Because the truth is, you were never meant to struggle. You were never meant to trade your soul for survival. You were never meant to believe that money was scarce, that abundance was for others, that security was something you did chase, rather than something you could attract. And when you step back, when you zoom out, you start to see. There are those who grind, who push, who break themselves against the world. And then there are those who flow, who create, who attract, who allow wealth to come to them, not because they work harder, but because they think differently. Because isn't it true? The world is full of people who work hard and stay broke. And isn't it also true? There are people who do what they love, who wake up excited, who feel joy and ease, and somehow money seems to find them. What if the difference was never effort? What if the difference was belief? Because the moment you decide deeply, fully, completely, that your time, your energy, your passion are valuable, the world responds. The moment you release the belief that suffering is necessary, something opens up. A new path, a new way, a new you. And isn't it wonderful? The past doesn't determine the future. The future doesn't define worth. That fear is simply the doorway to transformation. Because even now, as these words settle into the deepest part of your mind, something is shifting, something's opening, something's waking up. And maybe you already start to notice it. That feeling, that knowing, that certainty growing stronger. Because the old beliefs, the ones that kept you small, kept you stuck, kept you afraid, they're fading, dissolving, disappearing, like mist in the morning sun. And in their place, a new belief rises. A belief in wealth, in ease, in success on your terms. A belief that your passions, your talents, the unique gifts you have. A belief that abundance is not something you chase, it's something you become. And now, as the truth takes root inside you, deep within, beyond words, beyond thought, beyond doubt, you can feel it, can't you? That shift, that certainty, that knowing. Because from this moment forward, everything is different. Because now you're different, aren't you?